Tell 'em Tribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. This is Cherokee with Tell 'em Tribe Tarot, coming to you with another reading. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. We're going to get messages from your ex. Subscribe to my channel, share the video to share the wealth, turn on post notifications, click like, and most importantly, whether the reading resonates or not, say hello to a goddess. I love it when you communicate, correspond with me, because it lets me know that you care about what I have going on, because this is for you after all. All right, so let's get right into it. So I want to get some hidden truth oracle messages from your ex. Let's see what they're talking about and what you should do or continue to do. Moving on can be rather difficult, but we all do it on our own time, right, Gemini? Of course. So, you speak to me through music. So, you and this person may have had a bond through music. I feel you leaving me behind. So, you may be in no contact with this person and you haven't spoken to them for a while. And whatever a while means to you, and they feel that they're losing you, that you've moved on, that there's someone else. They don't know what's going on in your life, so it's causing them a lot of confusion as to what the status is. I left you before you could leave me. This could be either one of you, Gemini. Either one of you could have taken action to leave. What the reasonings were behind leaving could be subjected to the person. Some people do leave just so they can say they weren't left behind, which is petty in my opinion. And that's personal opinion, but it's what happens sometimes when you don't know how to face your emotional energies. Like, you just don't know how to face the music and you just want to leave things behind because you don't want to face the responsibility that it takes to face things. Or you may have separation anxiety. It's a trauma response. There could be a lot of things going on, but this person is pining for you, Gemini. So let's get some more details about this. Let's get some more details about this. I feel like these are things that you already knew, Gemini, that you connected to this person through music, and you feel that they are also leaving you behind. A part of you would have loved for this connection to have worked out, but at the same time, you knew better. So it's just like you're facing the music. I feel like you listen to a lot of songs that you used to listen to together, but I feel like you're re-listening to the songs so that you can put your own energies on them and not have them tied so much to what the past used to be. So King of Swords here, this is your person's energy. Six of Wands, and this is your energy, and this is the possible outcome. So Gemini, I see that you are not really feeling the idea of reconciling with this person. I feel like a lot of y'all are like, fuck this, okay? You had your chance to be with me. You chose. See, the star is saying there is hope for you to keep moving, because I feel like this is a connection that you always run back to, and you felt like you couldn't release it. You thought that this was just going to be it. And I feel like you are now listening to yourself and saying, this is not working for me anymore, and I have to do what's best for me, no matter how much these songs remind me of this person. No matter how much I feel like this person is living life without me, and no matter how much of a disrespect I feel because this person felt like leaving me first was going to prove, or whatever the case may be. It's just that those things do not interfere with you as much as it did in the past. But this person's current energy is the King of Swords. So, or they're needing the King of Swords energy. So they are needing to address the things within them that cause them to not want to face their truth. They were intimidated by their truth, you know? And I don't even think they were fully aware of how to explain themselves in the situation that they introduced to your life. They gave you a version of it, and you were just on some, you did the best that you could, but here I am now, which is your energy, and you're in celebration mode. Like Gemini, you are happy as shit that you got to this point. And it's like a part of you, you're like here. And I feel like the part of you that has this Six of Wands energy is up here. And then the part that has the opposite, where you're like feeling defeated, is down here. I feel like as the days go by and this person is moving farther and farther away, and they're feeling that energy of you leaving them behind, you're becoming stronger and stronger. And I feel like when this person decides that they want to come back, and I'm going to pull a card to see when they possibly may come back, I feel like you're going to be willing to listen to what they have to say, but it's not going to move you. It's not going to move you at all. Because Gemini, you've been through the works with this person, and you miss them and I feel like there's not a moment that doesn't go by that you don't think about them, but each time that you think about them, you use another thought to supplement. And I don't think you're masking it. I think this is your way of healing, because you were sick and tired of the same old, the same shit happening over and over and over and over again. So they had to feel the wrath of your absence, and it hurts, and it's just what it is. So Spirit is saying, if you were considering them coming back, or having this important conversation, or trying to manifest closure, your guides are saying to leave this time frame alone. Stop focusing on this, and to continue to focus on yourself. Because focusing on them trying to come back to give you closure, or worrying if they may have moved on, and Spirit has that message for them as well. Hopefully they will grasp it, like to stop trying to figure out when they can approach Gemini again, because Gemini is not having it. It's just saying to live your life, live in the moment, and keep it moving. Because Gemini, it's very important to understand that what is for you, nobody can take that from you. Nobody can stop your flow. Nobody can stop your shine. Nobody can pull what is yours away from you. Even if you have to release something for a little while for your peace, if it was meant for you to have that in a later experience at a later time, it's going to happen again. But you have to be open to receiving these energies in any capacity, and equally open to release when they no longer serve you. And I think this is the lesson that you're learning from this connection. I feel like this is the lesson that you're learning. I feel like you are not using your emotions as a crutch to decide for you anymore. And this person, if they reach out to you, just be careful not to retort. The time that you took to heal, it was to show you that even if someone's actions affected you in a negative way, listening to understand and then to respond was a big lesson that you had to learn. because you were triggered in a way where you always felt you had to defend yourself. But now with taking the time to understand your ego and why you had an ego and why they had an ego and why your egos clash, because these were two similar spirits that met at a time when they had to teach each other lessons. You and this person were very similar. Although you came from very different walks of life, you were very similar. And this connection just could not work for several reasons, to include, but are not limited to, this Hierophant energy. You both had major lessons to learn that you had to learn on your own. Now, you can certainly learn lessons with someone by your side, but if energetically you are not compatible, you are always going to miss the mark. And you're always going to resent that person from deflecting or taking you away from what makes you elevate or what makes you feel good. I just feel like this person was it felt like this person was committed to misunderstanding you. So you always had to lash out. And this person is very intelligent. This person is very intelligent, and they are too intelligent for their own good. And sometimes they felt like they were so smart that they couldn't be corrected. And there were a lot of things that this person was just not ready to change to satisfy what it would have taken for this relationship to keep moving. There are lessons that this person is learning right now without you in your absence. And who's to say this person is even going to learn these lessons in this lifetime? But your guides clearly state you're not the one that needs to be sitting down waiting for closure or waiting for them to figure out that they did something wrong to you and they messed up a good thing. I think this person already knows that they messed up a good thing. And this cycle had to end for you to realize your worth, Gemini. And this cycle had to end for you to look back and see that you gave enough of yourself to this connection, which is why the World card is here. And this person is looking back and realizing that you were someone that were worthy of them and completely. But they were not certain how to give the emotion to you. They weren't certain how to be emotionally open with you. If you notice, there are no cups here. So there were emotional blockages within this connection. Spirit, what is the closing messages that you have for Gemini at this time? What are the closing messages that you have for Gemini at this time? Drop a comment and tell me about your experience. And how are you recovering from it? What are you doing to heal? Because that's what's important. It's important to look behind to see how far you've come, but it's very important not to look behind and stay stuck behind in the past. Because time keeps moving, so you have a responsibility to keep moving as well. And I think you've learned that, Gemini, which is why you don't want this connection the fuck back. I feel like you're saying to yourself, I don't want her back. I don't want him back, or I don't want them back. And if they came back to give me closure, great. If they don't, that's fine. I already got closure by leaving. Whether they left first and you were like, okay, well, shit, thank you. You know, the trash took itself out because you had me fucked up. The Nine of Wands. This relationship required work that both parties had to be willing to put in. But you two were coming from two separate walks of life and two separate perspectives that were so different energetically that it just would not work. You had someone who was committed to believe in what they wanted. So they may have believed that whatever belief they had, they just stood strongly in it. And you were growing and understanding that there are different ways to live and there are different ways to approach situations. And you were empathizing, but you cannot lower your vibrations to accommodate someone who is committed to staying the same. And while this person may know the importance of elevating, they weren't practicing that. So it was like you were at a stalemate, and then you were constantly trying to hold the light up in this situation. Like, and you weren't innocent in this either, Gemini. Sometimes your tongue is so goddamn sharp. And this person probably cried in the corner sometimes when you weren't looking because of how tough you are. Like, your words, they stick. And I feel like this is what this healing is for. Like, it's for you to become softer. It's for you to become more in touch with your emotions as well. And I feel like you are winning. It's a daily effort. So all in all, Gemini, look, the star was at the bottom at some point in our reading, and now it's at the top. This cycle ending was for the best. There is hope for growth on both sides. And while this relationship or connection or whatever you were calling it did not work out, it was for the best. This person misses you dearly and you miss them dearly, but there is an understanding and a respect that this person cannot give you what you want right now. It's just what it is. And they know it, and they feel like shit because of it. Because they know that you deserve the world, and you know that you deserve the world, and you know that you deserve to keep growing to understand yourself so that you can communicate what you want earlier in a connection rather than to sit in one and allow people to handle you in a way that you did not deserve. We are all growing from our different walks of life and things that we experienced as children, things that we experienced in walking our different paths. By being victims of our circumstances, we are all processing these things on our own time. So when we meet people where they are, sometimes it just does not work because people are holding on to hurt and pain that they do not know how to process as yet. So every single time you get in a relationship or in a friendship or you meet someone, it may not always last. And that's why we call it an experience, because these experiences are not a lifetime situation. They are just situational, and you have to respect it for that. So yes, you may reflect on this person sometimes. They reflect on you sometimes as well. I feel like you reflect on this person daily, but I feel like it's progressive, and that's why the star card is here. It's because you know that you deserve to keep moving, to keep experiencing, to keep listening to your inner child, to your intuition. And this person is learning that they have an intuition, but they could not learn that lesson with you because you were already energetically ahead. And they feel the pull. They feel that pull, of you completely cutting that cord. And if you and this person are supposed to link in the future, I feel like it's going to be a completely different person that you're going to see, because life is humbling them just as much as life is humbling you. It's a process, Gemini. I hope this resonated with someone. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description. Love and light. Tribe.